be, who now, you know, if he's gonna roam, it's gotta be with his ultimate and can't TP back in lane. They're getting aggressive into Isles, and King would try to slam this, and here's Rosethorn as well.
One more auto. They get the concussive blow stack too, but they can't let. There we go. There it is. Now there we go. Odds is definitely just dead. Roam down to along this one side of Yunbi and Copy. Nice pan and barrage 2 onto the rise as they get a 2-for-1 so far. Trying to get more. Darshan one more. Marmada should be able to do it, but he goes into on the tower. The concussive blows and barely wears off, so they can't get the trade back. C9A coming out on top of that. Darshan beating this slow. He has the ultimate up, so they could scrap 2v2, but I don't know if they want to.
Yeah, the one beneficial thing about having like the Gwen W is that even a pillar isn't really that effective here, but it does burn that ability so quickly, it doesn't matter!
God. Even on the GP pick is getting GGA towards that mid game.
More importantly, again, your Ezreal and GP scaling is to match, so...
Okay, one more auto, he gets the trip down. King is super low, there's the exhaust one. There's one more, does he live? Giles might die, they're on the tower, they're chasing after him. He used the flash too, Yunbi wants it so bad. Has a yellow card, one more auto, come on, does he get this? No.
He tried, he really did.
Oh man. Chula's team fighting, nice slow. It's a little bit more crit on that too. Surefire, it's definitely just at death range, but that's a lot of damage. Rosethorn is here, they lock him down. There we go. Yunbi exacts hits revenge as they exhausted onto Copy.
Niles basically just has to shove in top wave into Darshan, let him catch wave after wave on top side, and then just walk mid, and that's what he's done 2 times in a row. Now, they got pressure here. They don't have all the members. They were committing to mid tower. I think they got a split call here.
Yeah, they're already here, back and forth. The TP already committed to. Darshan's coming in as well. So make a death drop. It lands a nice little chunk on the Rosethorn, but what more can they get? Niles is all the way at the front. He's going to get chunked down. Has to use the flash over the terrain. One more snip, and snip, snap. Darshan takes him to that sweet escape. As he
It's going to be contested by GGA here, and now this actually might be an okay opening if they can force this fight, especially if Darshan can try to find an angle around and get around back behind this team.
That is hooked down to. Rosethorn was looking for that ward as well, just denying a little bit more vision. As a look one, just back and forth between these two. Darshan might have found his target. Rosethorn goes into inside a dragon pit. Blocking out all the CC back and forth between these teams, but GGA gonna be on the backside looking for an engage. Nice hook on the Rosethorn, but trading back and forth. Support for a jungler though. Big pick right now for C9A as he can focus his attention on the dragon. Can they deny? Can Niles do it? The barrel chain barely misses out. A Surefire confirms that kill.
Yeah, damage isn't quite there to be able to snag away that dragon with the barrel quite yet. Again, the crit plank isn't quite online yet into the next territory, or at least the setup around the next one, which is going to provide more. Wow, what is C9? They are insane. They're insane! What?
They just go into the pop from a barrel and they die! Why? Nande, Q. That's why in 4 different languages, because I don't understand, Dean. That's a dragon god. C9.
They are easily able to siege up on these towers now with like this range advantage that already exists with like this Ezreal and the GP in terms of wave control, combined with this Baron buff, just makes it near impossible for a lot of these like mid-low range members on the side of C9 to actually accomplish much. Jinx has to be the majority of this wave clear. King's struggling with a bit of mana right now, which is a problem at least to consider. They might have to back off. Yeah, it makes sense that they're just going to give up this bottom inhibitor.
Whoa, Surefire with the slow up against 2 different terrains. He's not Talon, so he can't run away. Oh, that's so unfortunate with the jungler down. C9A are just like in front of their base with minions coming in and 2 inhibitors likely down. They have to make a stand here to win some team fight, but GGA might not want this to. Might play a little bit more safely. As there we go, arrow back and forth. Copy's just dead. Pop from the barrel. There we go. He gets stuffed. Darshan looking to be the next target too. As Yunbi, there's a lot of damage to the face, so they know it's a fight they might not want to take. But mid and bot inhib gone. A fight in their base. Golden Guardians Academy. Shout out to them.
Yeah, able to capitalize very effectively right there. Not only finding the pick onto one member in copy right there, and then being able to pull out both mid and bottom inhibitor. Really huge swing inside of this game.
They had to get something, but GGA are just walking all over them inside their own base too. As they're going on to one nice hook, and getting the Rostor has to flash away. There's a Fisher, knocks him away for a little bit longer though. But Shermfire super low. Darshan is low. King is half health, but Shermfire is low. Everyone is so low. What more can they do right now? As Darshan falls too, who's be the next target? Okay, they managed to get one back as Rostor is dead. C9A to the back of King. You'd be still not coming into them as they're backing off of the Baron. GGA know exactly what they're doing here too. They can just continue to poke back and forth as Unibee's in the base here, Dean. He's right in front of the knocking on top of their towers. As there we go, they rise all away. But he at least gets a tower out of it. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Like, he bailed on that. I think he could have stayed, but I get the reason. Is Youngby's just like, okay, I have accomplished my goal. I got them to Realm Warp away from the Baron buff. We get to take the Baron buff, and now, like, one of their Nexus towers is down to the critical health at this point. They haven't expanded their gold lead yet. It's
we can go on possibly, but back and forth here. They land the ultimate between the two to get on one immediately. Yeah, Yumby had no chance in heck of being able to survive between these two teams. Right now, Shermfire might be gone as well as Rostor. A lot of damage putting on to him. Cloud9 Academy do it twice in a row here, Dean, in front of their base. King, I gotta get with a triple. He stays alive one more time.
They are just playing into this composition from the side of C9, where it's like they don't have this much engage. They lay out their fight right in front of you. They're like, we've got Darshan here, he's going to stand in the front. We've got Isle, who's going to be looking for a hook or something like that. And then you've got Copy, and you've got Shermfire, and you've got King for damage. And King is just going to be focusing the first person he sees until he gets excited, and he's going to be able to walk through the remainder of the fight. And despite that being very worn on their sleeves, GGA still ends up losing a fight around this bottom. They expand too far, I will say, going into the likes of the Inhibitor. They probably should just abandon Yumby right here after the Zonians ends up going through. Darshan, again, with this W, being able to live for such a long time, buys this space for Jinx, or King, my apologies, who tanks a Gangplank Barrel, does not matter. Shield Bow's able to keep him up long enough to be able to continue auto-attacking, doing things inside this fight, ends up buying himself a triple kill and winning this for C9. As now, C9's hopes for coming back in this game are very alive. They are now able to, in 1 minute, try to fight. Their bottom inhibitor is at least up, so they don't have to worry about that. If they can somehow get top and mid pushed out enough to come in and compete for what is the Mountain Soul, if they can snag that one away and this Jinx can continue scaling, they at least have a way to get back into this game.
Cloud9 Academy keeping things funky and fresh as they continue to give hope to all of their fans. Trying to stay alive in the PG circuit. But Dean, I was gonna say we reached 1 fight territory before, but make that right now 2 fight territory. And that first fight has to be for Cloud9. They have to find a way to come out on top yet again, whether it be through another fantastic hook from Isles, whether it's Shermfire blowing somebody up, or if it's Darshan finding the perfect play onto the back end of Golden Guardians Academy. There are amount of tools to work with. 15 seconds until the dragon.
C9 basically has 1 fight left. If they lose that fight, then they don't get another one. If they win, they get another fight. And that's how this works. Until they lose this fight, the game is still within grasp. The second they lose, the game's over. Their base is dead. They have nothing to defend. They've got 1 Nexus tower. At this point, if all 5 members from GGA just walked in, they just take the base with relative ease. Which is why they can't really step in and unfortunately kind of take this. Is like, again, GGA have done a good job wrestling away kind of shallow vision territory inside of this quadrant. Now they're going to work their way up bottom side. I like this because Niles was setting up this wave, preparing for this, and now maybe C9 can kind of, pigeonhole them together, force them on this inhibitor the way they just had. Maybe Jinx can do some more magic. Maybe King can try to carry another fight around this inhibitor take that GGA is trying to set up.
Pillar goes out a little bit early too, should be back up another 10 seconds between, Rostor and then any possible engage too. Should just try to back away from the inhibitor, as they definitely want this. But how do C9 engage? We saw before that it was just one nice little hook between these two. Cannon Barrage goes down. Alex takes a bunch of damage, but they're perfectly fine. He's a support, and Shermfire can just heal up. Flash gold card is immediately comes away from King though, but that is the trigger as they go in. Darshan right up at the front, but he's gone. The inhibitor's gone right now to the gold card on the backside too. Okay. He goes holding for a couple more seconds, but Copy and stay alive though. Surefire's gone as well. Oh, no, only just the right shot of wave cleared away. There's only one turret left, but now that's gone. And now Copy, he has to be the last one standing. Golden Guardians Academy knocking at the base of Cloud9 as the hopes of C9 moving forward are also gone.
Would